You. Can you bring in Justin Jackson, please?
I will. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. On file number 230033723 and file number 23123FY. People versus Justin Jackson. Appearances for the record, starting with the people. Ms. Kelly, you're muted.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was in the wrong Zoom meeting, so I apologize for my tardiness. Rebecca Kelly on behalf of the people.
Thank
Rebecca
you.
Kelly on behalf of the people. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm Chris Metry, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jackson today.
And your name, sir?
Justin Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're here for an arraignment on two files. On file number 230033723, you're charged with two counts. Count one, possession of a controlled substance less than 25 grams of cocaine, a 4-year felony that carries fines up to $25,000. Count two, possession of analogs, Xanax, a 2-year felony that carries fines up to $2,000. On file number 23123FY, you're charged with count one, homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated, a felony that carries up to life without parole. Count two, tampering with evidence, a 10-year felony that carries fines up to $20,000. Count three, concealing the death of an individual, a 5-year felony carrying fines up to $5,000, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed for any other conviction arising out of the same transaction. Count four, lying to a peace officer, violent crime investigation, a 4-year felony that carries fines up to $5,000. Mr. Metry, for purposes of arraignment, how does your client wish to proceed?
Judge, we went over all these charges. He understands the charges in both the files. We also went over his rights. I emailed a copy. He gave me permission to sign the rights for him. I've emailed a copy back to the courts for arraignment purposes. We'd be pleading not guilty today, Judge, on both files.
And Mr. Jackson, did you go over your advice of rights form with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand all of your constitutional rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I will go ahead on file number 230033723. I will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you asking for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. As to file number 23123FY, I will also enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. We're going to set your probable cause conference for
November 8th at 1 p.m.
November 8th at 1 p.m. and your preliminary exam will be scheduled for November
15th at 1 p.m.
15th at 1 p.m. As to the issue of bond.
Judge, just briefly, I want to go over a few things. Mr. Jackson has had a pretty horrible upbringing, including drug addiction, sexual assault, being used in a drugs transaction with his father when he was younger. Judge, obviously, we're not going to address the case here, but I would like the court to take that into consideration when giving a bond, and perhaps order him to meet me with community corrections so they can talk to him and see if there's classes or something that he might be able to take that'll help him in the long run, Judge. So I'd ask for the court to allow him to speak with somebody to talk about his issues, and maybe that'll help him in the long run.
Ms. Kelly?
Your Honor, we are asking for at least I'm thinking $2 million bond, no cash. This individual punched and then stabbed, and then, without going into all the details, did horrendous things to this person, allegedly for contacting and being concerned about his children and contacting protective services. So the people believe that he is a threat to the public and actually himself, and we believe that a very high bond is appropriate.
Very good. Do you have his criminal record in front of you?
No, Your Honor, but I was in the review yesterday, and I believe that he has, if anything, there was maybe 1 or 2 misdemeanors and a couple of 7411 charges already. So controlled substance, maybe.
He has a charge from 2018. He informed me of, Judge. It was a drug case for Adderall. That's what he said the last time he was in trouble, was an 18 for a drug arrest, Judge.
Very good. The court, taking into consideration the charges, the serious nature of the charges, and protection of society, as to file number 23123FY, I am going to set the bond at 10 million, cash surety only. With regard to file number 230033723, I am going to set the bond on that file at 25,000, cash surety only. That concludes this matter for today. We'll see you back here on November 8th for your probable cause conference. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
You're all
Thank you,
set,
Judge.
sir.